Hello everyone, welcome. Today in this video we'll be solving the issue many of or most people I guess have, which is OBS Studio's lag. Like when you use OBS Studio, you most likely have lags when you use a video capture. On the desktop you probably have less, but when you use a video capture system you may look lag in the video, and this is the best way to solve it. First, make sure to run as administrator and go yes. And once you're here, and here's my capture card, now I'm playing Final Fantasy 7. What you need to do first is make sure VRR is turned off on your system. Even if your capture card supports it, it will only support the display. So when you record it, you'll have issues. In order to stop that issue, what you need to do is that turn off VRR from your system. When you capture, it's better to not do that. When you play, if you want to do VRR, do it, but I won't suggest to do that unless the frame rate always dips below 60. If your frame rate is mostly consistent, let's say about 90%, then do not use VRR. It has image issues, and especially if you're playing on 30 fps, do not. Second, in order to make sure everything works smoothly, go to properties. So I have Elgato. If you're using Elgato mainly, I don't know about others. What you need to first do is make sure go to custom, make sure your resolution option is 4K. And if your let's say display is using 60, and let's say on PS5 or Xbox Series X, make sure 60. If it's 120, choose 120. Then if you're using HDR, make sure your video format is P010. And if you're using, let's say, what is it called, SDR, use any. And then again HDR color space rec 2100 PQ, color range limited here, and on the settings limited. I will show that as well. And then make sure in the buffering setting enable. So if you go here, say see, this will make sure your frame rate is smooth as possible, but on the preview it will lag a little bit, but that's fine because on your display it won't lag. So once that's done, make sure you also use this will make sure your GPU is used instead of CPU. For better frame rate, starting with either RTX 1080p or AMD card / above, the best frame rate is quality. Make sure to use hardware decoding when available. So once that's done, so you're no need to do filters if you're using SDR or HDR, as in SDR in your like PS5, and then SDR. If you're using SDR on your game, HDR on your gameplay and converting SDR, you may need to filter. I'm recording always in HDR, so I'm not doing it. And anyway, another setting you need to do is go to general, output, recording. Now this is for HDR video only. Either use NVIDIA HVC or HVC or NVIDIA A1. Now A1 is already available with RTX 490. Below 490, this is the option for you. So NVIDIA, this make sure to use your GPU, and then MP4 if you want to edit, or MKV if you are not going to edit and directly upload to YouTube or any other. And then on the right control, personally for me I choose VBR, but you can also use CQP or constant constant refresh rate. So this is the bitrate I choose. Key and roll, make sure put one preset good quality, and then tuning high quality, 2 passes. These are my setting. And then go below, these are my setting. And then audio, I put it at default, and then my microphone. Video, again, if you're recording on 4K, make sure this is also same, 4K 60. Do not change, make sure everything matches when you're using buffering system, which is the main one that will make sure your video recording video smooth as possible. Make sure this resolution matches, the PS5 resolution also 4K, and then the preview resolution also 4K. And then frame rate, make sure the other 160 and this 160. And then to record HDR again, this color format needs to be P010, rec 21, and then limited to capture HDR. Oh, and if you forgot one more thing on the video output setting. Oh, I forgot one thing. This need to also be main 10. Yeah, so make sure in the profile option this is in main 10. However, if it's not a main 10, it still work, but I don't think it will support HDR 10, which is the latest HDR. So if you want to record in HDR 10, make sure that's on. Let's see. Okay, and then apply. Yeah, so these are the setting. Again for HDR, make sure this is main 10, not just main. Yeah, and then advanced to record HDR, make sure these settings are there. If it's not HDR, then make sure this is turn on, and then on here you make sure it's 709 for, and then this limited is fine. Okay. Again again for the last time, the main important thing to get smoothness is to make sure this is enabled and VRR to turn off. Thank you.